It is the time of year when we all want to show off a little more skin, and to help us do that more confidently, we welcome back to the program Lena Heath from EvelineCharles with the latest in both hair and wrinkle removal technology. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
There is some good technology for people that is pain-free, so we're going to go with hair removal first. And let's begin with what's called the Fitzpatrick scale and different types of skin tones. So it works for some people better than others, is that right?
Absolutely, and that's why we have some images to show you a little bit about the ideal skin types. The idea is the highest contrast between the hair, pigment, and the skin. So if you have darker hair and light skin, you have faster, more dramatic results. If there's less differentiation in the pigmentation, then it may need a few more treatments.
Got it.
But there are technologies to treat lighter skin tones and darker skin tones, but they do need a proper consultation.
Okay, so if I am a fair blonde, it doesn't mean that I can't do it, right? It just means that it's a different treatment.
That's right. So it doesn't mean that you can't do it if you're blonde, but to be honest, if your hair has very little pigment, or if it's white, it can't be treated because the laser is attracted to pigment. So sometimes we have guests asking us, you know, what if I just color my hair? But that's not the hair, that's in the root, in the follicle of the hair.
Okay, so it has to do with the follicle because it starts from underneath. Okay, so let's go through the hair removal process here and tell us a little bit about the technology.
So to prepare for the treatment, it's really important that the skin is freshly cleansed, no oils, no deodorant if you're treating the underarm area, and preferably the skin should be shaved the day before, 24 hours before treatment. Shave, come in the next day with fresh skin, and then the treatment can be performed. And what we see here is that the pulsing action of the lasers, and the laser is attracted to pigment, going into the hair follicle, creating, damaging the root, and eventually what happens is that hair sheds, it really just falls out. And the reason that there's a series of treatments, typically 4 to 6 treatments, is because each hair is at a different stage of growth.
Right.
So once a hair is on its way out, if it's treated, it won't be successful. Or if it's not yet exposed, breaking through the skin, it also will not be successful because the lasers won't reach the hair.
Okay, and let's talk a little bit about the level of pain.
Yes, I know there's some fear around the pain level when you see these procedures. It actually feels like a snapping elastic. And if you have any concerns, at any EvelineCharles facility, we would gladly do a small demonstration on your hands for you to have a bit of a snapshot of what the experience is.
Right, so then you're not committing to the whole thing if it feels unbearable for you, but it really isn't that dramatic.
It's really not that dramatic, and this is a great time of year to have your little parts treated. So summertime, it's great to do the underarms or the bikini area, where in the winter season, it's better to do larger surface areas because it's preferred to not have sun exposure for a few days.
Okay, got it. And we have some before and after, so let's see some of the results of these treatments. Wow!
It is quite dramatic, and you can see how this changes lives. A lot of people feel self-conscious about having excessive hair, and really that can be excessive hair on the face for some women. For some men that are very hairy, they like to have 1 or 2 treatments just to reduce the concentration of the hair in those areas. Really, the neck area through the entire body down to your toes can be treated.
Okay, so if you have those trouble areas, then that could be a great option for you. Let's get into the profractional laser process, and how does this one work?
Okay, so many people are concerned about the signs of aging, and there definitely are great preventative measures such as great skin care, facial treatments, but for wrinkles that are already formed, it's important to invest in dramatic results that show improvement immediately. So this is profractional. So profractional, how it works is it's a laser again, and it stamps on the skin, okay, and it makes hundreds of these micro wounds, these little vertical perforations. And the laser goes in deep into the dermis, shattering the existing collagen, stimulating new collagen formation. And what that does is the healthy skin around each little wound then it constricts, and this is the firming anti-aging effect. But it also is excellent for treating pigmentation. It also is excellent for any ropey scarring, so acne scarring or any other scarring of that nature can be smoothed with the new collagen. So here
That's incredible.
See some acne scarring and discoloration. We saw some anti-aging results. These are also performed in a series of treatments because, as I mentioned, there's all these little evenly spaced perforations. When you have multiple treatments, more of those areas are treated. Eventually, all the skin is treated. It also is important that you plan for these treatments.
Right.
Okay, so this one is a bit more aggressive, so there is more discomfort.
And some downtime.
And some downtime.
Yeah.
So what happens is, with these little perforations, we need to ensure that they're protected because we want to prevent infection. No sun exposure, because the skin will seep slightly.
Right.
Okay, so there are some skin fluids that can seep, so it's better to have it perhaps later in the week, not work or have any commitments through the end of the week and through the weekend. But I assure you the results are there.
Okay, well, we could see for sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Those were dramatic results. And yes, so if you have a special occasion, it isn't the day before.
Definitely not.
You have to plan ahead. Andrew Schultz, what are we planning in the weather department?